Welcome back to the Ready Room. I'm your host, Brittany McLean Campbell, and we are just over a week out from the swimming event starting in Singapore. And I know you're all like me wondering how possibly can Summer McIntosh level up from what she did at trials in Victoria? Well, we heard what she had to say going into the event.
I think overall, I'm just super pumped to get to Singapore. I mean, it's the final days now. We got about 18 days to go, and I think I'm just super ready to race. And really, I'm focused on day one, which is a 4 free and 2 IM. But there's going to be so many exciting races throughout the whole week and a bit. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Today's guest can give us some extra insights on the Canadian star. He has coached at the last 5 Olympic Summer Games. He's the British Coach of the Year from 2006. He was a Spanish Coach of the Year from 2016, and he guided Summer McIntosh to 3 world records in 5 days. Please welcome Fred Vergnoux. Okay, Fred, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you very much to invite me.
We are grateful for everything you are already doing for Canadian swimming, but I wanted to kind of bring it back for you where it all began. You started coaching in France, you went to the US, Scotland, England, Spain, Belgium. Your resume is endless. Now you're back where it all started. So I wanted to ask you a bit about the setup that you have right now in Antibes and what makes this group so unique.
Yeah, you're right. I've been coaching in many countries. Yeah, I think the one that I coach the least is France, and this is my second season back in Antibes, where I'm actually the CEO of the club. I think we have more than 30 nationalities here training on a daily basis. We got 28 swimmers going to the World Championship in Singapore. They're going to represent 28 different nationalities, so it's just pretty amazing. Yeah, it's amazing what's happening here at the moment, to be honest.
It really is. And it's such a unique opportunity, too. I can't wait to see you at Worlds with a t shirt that has like 12 different countries or 25 if you have that many represented. I wanted to ask you because I believe it's really important to you. Tell me about the relationship of an athlete and a coach. One of the biggest things that stood out to me was how happy Summer felt and how much praise she gave you. Tell me about where you stand on that subject.
You know, my mentor is a coach. He's getting old actually now from Australia, and one of the things that he always says, he says the success is the key to success is the relationship between the coach and the athlete. And I think it's just the way it is. It's totally right. And as a coach, sometimes you connect with people, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you connect in between, and that human relation is something that for me it's more important. I like to say that I'm coaching human being. I'm coaching person before coaching a swimmer, or coaching a triathlete, or coaching a track or whatever, and that's the way I am myself on a daily basis. I also choose to be myself. Long time ago, so I like to say what I think to the swimmers. Sometimes difficult for them, to hear what the coach thinks, because some of the coaches don't really communicate the feelings and their opinion. But that's what I do. So I spend a lot of time with them. I speak to them. I want to know about them. I want to know about the history. I want to know what they want. I want to know the character, the feelings. It's interesting that you mentioned Summer, because we had a good conversation this morning on the pool side. I think it's one of the few sessions where I wasn't very happy about the session as a coach, and then we discussed about the session coming tomorrow morning. There's an important test, with a racing suit on, and it's quite it's going to be intense. So that communication is super important. The athlete know what's happening, and sometimes I tell them, sometimes I don't, and it's just so important for me to tell the truth first, to be in harmony with yourself as a coach. I think it's very, very important. And I always tell them what can I do for them, and I ask them, what can I do for you? And I never talk about result. I never talk about the end product, because I don't know. And I think it would be a lie to say to someone, "Oh, come to train with me and you're going to be world champion, Olympic champion." I don't know, But what I know is what we can do on a daily basis to progress and to reach their goals.
Yeah, and it sounds like you have such a purpose in your potential as a coach, which I love. You have your why figured out. You know exactly why you're doing this, and that was also when I was swimming. Something I always look for in a coach is somebody that cared about me outside of just going up and down the pool, but who wants to help me grow as a person, who wants to see me be successful in my next chapter of life too. So it's really encouraging to hear you say that. So on behalf of all of us, thank you, Fred, for all the work you do. Speaking of a thank you, we do want to get into Summer McIntosh. Of course, you've taken on her as one of your swimmers over the last few months. It's been really exceptional so far. I wanted your general first thoughts when she came to that very initial training camp with you. What were the first impressions?
Well, it was very interesting. So I was talking to John Atkinson, the lead of Canada Swimming, and he mentioned the possibility of Summer coming to altitude. One of the swimmers here, Colin, is used to swim with Summer in Florida. I used to be in contact with a coach back in Toronto, so I never really had a proper conversation with her before that. But I knew obviously who she was, and she also knew who I was. So we decided to, with a coach, we decided to do the camp in altitude, and I really liked the approach of the coach. Brent at that time, we said, Fred, she's coming to you in altitude. You're gonna do what you want, and you have to do what you think is correct. So he gave me the full liberty to coach Summer the way I am, the way I want it. She had a previous experience in altitude, but I'm not sure it was a very long camp. So it was the first time that she would go, away for such a long time in France, in a place where, basically there's nothing much to do than train, eat, sleep, and that's actually what she wanted. And I think for me, my first impression was, the fact that she wanted to be outside of her comfort zone, and that's something that is very rare in especially an 18 years old, athlete, even though she's looking a lot more mature than her age. I think that decision was pretty amazing to me. And then we just went straight into the war. I remember she arrived from Miami into Barcelona, drive 3 hours, and then straight into training on a Sunday night, which usually she doesn't do. And she was like, "Oh, do we swim on a Sunday?" I was like, "Yeah, we swim on a Sunday." And then it was just a great camp, 3 weeks. She did some cross-country skiing, which she never did before, and different land program, different, of course, coach, different teammates, different environments. So everything was different. But I was so impressed by not just her work ethic, because I think everybody can agree that, she's a hard worker and she really likes what she does, but her consistency. I think that's probably what makes the difference between her and the rest, is that she never has a day off in terms of, like a bad session, or, just, okay, well, today I'm not feeling too. She's just embracing every single session to become better. And that's pretty unique.
Yeah, and speaking of unique, there are so many different layers that I want to dive into. I know we have a short time with you, so I'm not going to get to too many of them, but I did want to ask you quickly about Mireia. A lot of your experience comes from some exceptional athletes over the years, and she's previously broken short course world records in the 400 free, the 200 fly, 800 free, and 400 IM. And those events sound a little similar to something we're very familiar with in Summer's program. So I wanted to ask if you can give us a quick snapshot into what you actually see as similarities that both Summer and Mireia possess, and maybe something that makes them different.
Yeah, I think Mireia obviously was, she was the first swimmer to go under 2 minutes in a 200 fly, and then the first swimmer to go under 8 minutes in the 800 freestyle. So she also wrote the history of swimming short course. She never broke a world record long course. I think she had 8 or 9 world records, short course, Olympic champion, etc. I believe this is also why Summer probably decided to come to me, because she knew the story of Mireia. I remember being in altitude camp actually, and sending a video of Mireia talking to Summer when she was 13 about the 200 butterfly. So yeah, that kind of link, between Mireia, Summer, and myself. Mireia, I learned a lot with Mireia. She was very consistent like Summer. She was a very hard worker like Summer. She had also something that the two, I don't know how to explain that, but they take pride in what they do, and they also have good fun working hard. It's possible in swimming, even though it's not a game. Like in France, we say we play football, we play tennis, and you don't really play swimming. You do swimming, you swim. But they do work hard, and they do find some fun doing that, and that's something that that's a similarity of Mireia and Summer. On the other side, like Summer, she's from Canada, and Mireia, she's Spanish. So Mireia, she's a lot more into emotion. There's a lot more contact. We would hug a lot more. Actually, I had 3 hugs from Summer in my life after every world record. So I guess we need to have more.
You gotta earn those ones.
But the Latin population, France, Italy, Spain, we are a lot more expressive, and it was a lot more emotion intensity with Mireia. With Summer, she's shy still, she's young, and she's also very innocent still, even
Yeah.
though she's such a successful swimmer. She has that innocence as a late old teenager. I don't know if you understand what I mean, and
Yeah.
that's also why she's so into what she does on a daily basis. And yeah.
It's great to hear. And it's some cultural kind of like awarenesses for us too, because you're working with athletes from all over the world. We have a clip to play with you, and I'd love for you to just watch and listen.
I think I owe a lot to Fred, my coach. He's been absolutely amazing throughout this whole journey. These past few months, he's really taken me to the next level in the sport and pushed me farther. And I've gone way faster than I ever could imagine. So props to him. He's done absolutely amazing with me. And we've only known each other for so long too. So to build that chemistry so quickly has been amazing. So yeah, and I think a main thing for us as well is we're having so much fun while doing it. And that's since we enjoy it so much, we've continued to go faster and faster because I think the faster I swim, the happier I am. So yeah, it's been lots of fun. To know that he fully believes me is absolutely amazing, and I think that's such an important relation to have because I 100% believe in him as well, and that's so important to have the belief in each other. And I think that bond really keeps us together and keeps us moving forward and knowing that we can really achieve anything we want to.
How does that make you feel when you hear those words?
It's makes me feel emotion. You know, like a lot of I have some goosebump. It's special to hear that from Summer. But again, it's back to what I said before. You know, that relation, the coach and the athlete, and that's why it's working. She allows me to do my job as a coach. She allows me to push her. You know, when we talk with Summer, we don't talk about any limits, and that's something that I really enjoy with her. We have a very high level of how do you say, exigence or expectation. Like
Yep.
you know, we expect a lot more. And the funny thing was, when she brought the world record in the 400 free, like we were at the pool, and she was about to jump in and to do the recovery to swim down, and we said, oh, that was that close to go, you know, 353 or whatever, you know. And then it was funny because we should have been, you know, celebrating a world record that she destroyed the world record, and then we already talking about, oh, you missed that turn, and then we were already thinking about what could you do better. So you know, that's something that Summer and myself we share, and we are very happy, and we are even more happy when things go even better, and that's how we move on a daily basis. And I ask myself a lot, she asks herself a lot, and she says something amazing. As I said to you before, you know, Maria was the same, you know, that fun part of swimming fast. That's what she wants, and she's very intelligent in the sense of understanding that what you're going to do at the meet is what you do on a daily basis. You know, you don't just arrive at a meet and decide, oh, today I'm going to be fast. It's a consequence. I know it makes sense, you know, but it's a consequence of many months, many weeks of accumulation of work, and then one day you're going to deliver. It makes a lot of sense, but not all the athletes have that vision or that understanding of how important is every single training session.
I'm dying to know what you think the next world record to go is.
Honestly, I don't know, because the 3 world record that she did, I think she can improve that.
Yeah.
And we seem to forget that she was 0.2 of the 200 butterfly, which is for me the most difficult one to reach.
The touch? It was all the touch.
Yeah, it was a touch. It was the finish wasn't great. The last turn wasn't great. So
Yeah.
it's about the skills.
Yeah.
I think the 800 freestyle, we already forgot that she was 0.95 of the world record swimming alone.
Yeah.
You know, so
when she doesn't even have a strategy to, like, she swims this once a year.
Yeah, I think she swam 4 or 5 times, Ledecky 1 billion times.
I know. I've been saying that.
No experience on 800 freestyle. So
Yeah.
that's gonna. I think Summer could go under 8 minutes and be the first one to break 8 minute world, you know, long course. No question.
I could talk to you forever, Fred, but we're so grateful for your time. I'm already thinking, you mentioned 353. I've already got it in the back of my head. You also talked when we were at trials, you made a quick comment about the 200 fly potential for the world record there. So safe to assume best is still ahead for Summer McIntosh. And thank you for all the work you've done to make her just a happy and proud swimmer. We're grateful for your time today, and best of luck to you in Singapore.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. And I think we are, I don't know the world, you know, but we should just enjoy watching Summer swimming. I think it's only the start for Summer McIntosh, to be honest. After a 3 gold medal in Paris, I think that's the beginning of something amazing. She's going to carry on writing the history of swimming, no question. And you know me, I'm just like the middle guy, but I certainly really enjoy, and we want to be in Singapore now. You know, we still have 2.5 weeks to go, but the excitement is coming up, and it's just amazing to be part of that. So thank to you guys.
Well, thank you. We're soaking it all up right there with you. Thanks, Fred.